Well, the people have really been waiting, and it's been a long time coming. Hi, I'm George Schauer with your latest Minsi Lake update. Well, the heavy equipment's been doing its work, and the folks have been out trying to create habitat for other fish, reptiles, and other creatures. Let's check in with Jim Wilson to see what has been going on and what we can expect in the future.
So in 2017, the Fish and Boat Commission developed a plan to build 640 structures out here in the lake basin, and that was completed in 2017. The lake was drawn down in 2017 for the dam rehabilitation project, which gave us the opportunity to get into the empty lake bed and build these structures. They surveyed the lake, they saw that it was void of a lot of habitat, a lot of adequate habitat for fish cover. So the plan was to build 640 structures. That was completed just last week. Fish and Boat Commission came in with heavy equipment. Their plan, their equipment operators, their habitat division, and built 640 structures across the basin, mostly along the west shore, the east shore, and the south shore, coming off the two jetties on the west and south shores. Phase 2 of the project will be next year. At that time, we're going to build 200 porcupine cribs. And porcupine cribs are these pyramidal structures, relatively lightweight. They'll be built by volunteers, scouts, Friends of Minsi Lake volunteers, other youth will build these structures, which will then be taken out on the lake after it's filled and sunk in place at previously GPS marked locations. So that'll happen next year. The habitat work had to be done exclusively by Fish and Boat because of the liability risk of injury with heavy equipment. So the structures, there were 7 different kinds of structures, everything made from lumber and stone. And these structures took 1,800 tons of riprap, everything from R4 up through R8, big rocks, and over 1,700 pieces of lumber. Everything was rough cut hemlock. The hemlock will do well submerged. Nothing was treated, of course, it's in a lake environment. So that was the materials. And besides the lumber and stone, we used 12-inch spikes to nail together a lot of the post structures. So the habitat structures will provide cover. They'll provide spawning habitat, ambush cover for bass, refuge cover. The porcupine cribs are specifically for prey species. Shiners, small fish will be able to take cover in these structures and not be safe from predators till they leave those structures. So the Fish and Boat Commission built everything. Friends of Minsi Lake, our role in the project was to raise the funds to purchase all the material. And we did a fabulous job, actually. We have a public relations and outreach committee that did an incredible job out on the road with a PowerPoint presentation that was shown to dozens of sportsmen's groups, civic organizations, raised a lot of funds, private donations, plus lots of grants too. We acquired grants through the Reservoir Fisheries Habitat Partnership, Pennsylvania Wildlife Federation, Northampton County Federation of Sportsmen's Clubs. We had a significant private donation from the Honeywell Zigafoos family who grew up here. And that donation was actually matched by Mrs. Honeywell Zigafoos's employer through the United Way program. So we raised significant monies, covered all the costs for the materials, and after this habitat project wraps up, Friends of Minsi Lake will continue to work with the county on a recreational rehabilitation project here. So once the fish habitat is completed, the dam's completed, we'll start to work on recreational facilities and amenities all around the lake. Accessible kayak launches, accessible fishing piers, accessible restrooms, picnic areas, redoing the parking lots. We have plans to span the new spillway with a 123-foot long pedestrian bridge that'll allow, for the first time in the lake's history, the lake's almost 50 years old, we'll, for the first time ever, we'll be able to create a loop hike all around the lake, because we do have a 2-mile trail system on the north side of the lake. However, until we put in the bridge, you were never able to cross the spillway. So you had to hike to the spillway on either side and then backtrack. So that'll be a great feature. Yeah, so in the end, once we have the dam completed, the recreational facilities and the habitat, it'll be quite the outdoor recreational draw. For the first 5 years, starting next year, the plan is to rewater the lake over the winter, this winter coming. The dam project should wrap up in January. Then they'll close the outlet structures, and East Fork Martins Creek will slowly fill the lake back up. And the plan is to have it ready for 2020 trout season. So the lake will be stocked with catchable, keepable trout. However, for the first 5 years, all the warm water and cool water species of fish, bass, sunfish, perch, etc., will be catch and release only, because they need to start stocking the lake, and it's stocked with fingerlings. It's not stocked with legal sized fish. So it'll be catch and release only for the first 5 years, which is the way these projects go. It's the way it was when it was first built in 1970. It would have been catch and release for the first bunch of years. But we hope to have one of the best fisheries in the Lehigh Valley, and one of the best outdoor recreational facilities in the valley.
Well, so many great things happening here at Minsi Lake. We can't wait to see this project finish and everybody get out and enjoy the beauty that is Minsi Lake. I'm George Schauer. We'll see you next time.